It's your girl D here with 8 House Energy. Here to bring you your June 2022 reading. This is for the feminine energy, the goddesses. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, feminine energy for the month of June. I hope everything is going good in your world. Thank you so much for coming the time out and hang out with me for a minute. Alright, this is going to be a general reading. We're going to take what resonates. We're going to leave the rest. Why is everybody getting this card in the middle? We're going to talk about it. It's like this card just reminds me of, I don't know if any of you are familiar with Gangstar Guru, the song Skills, when he say, fuck it then. What he say? We the gulliest, so fuck it, then it's us against y'all. Like, this is this card that reminds me of that. It's like you against whomever. But okay. Moving right along. This is going to be a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, alright? Hit that like button. That way you'll know when I post. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. That's when you'll know when I post. But yeah, support the channel by hitting the like button, please, and thank you. If you need a personal, my information is in the box below the video, alright? Don't forget to check out the community tab. There's lots of stuff out on the community tab in reference to the astrological placements, how they may be affecting you and the people around you. You know, we deal heavily in astrology in this channel, which is why I call it the lab, because we deal with the sciences of astrology. Don't let nobody tell you astrology is not a science. Anything is a science that you study and then you put theory into practice, all right? It's a science. And if you're doing that, you are a scientist. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise, okay? Because I am a mad scientist, okay? With my Mars and Aquarius, I am a mad scientist. I'm always in the lab. Always looking at the planetary alignments and seeing what's going on for me and for others. So let's see what we got going on for you. Alright. Let's see. Now, first of all, I did the astrological analysis for the month of June. Make sure you check that out because Saturn's going in retrograde this month as well as Neptune. You know, every year around the spring, summer, the planets start going all in retrograde. So we could be knee deep in the summer and we got like 5 or 6 planets in retrograde. That's how it is every year, alright? So I'm going to do the Saturn retrograde videos for you right after I complete the goddess and goddesses readings. Alright, so I got water to do after I'm done with y'all. I got the gods of water and the goddesses of water. And I'm going to take a nap after I do you guys. And then I'm going to come back later and do the water energy. So that'll be tonight, about maybe, I'll say between 7 and 9 tonight, Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to check that out, holla at your girl. I'll be around. Make sure you hit the notification bell. That way you'll know when I start putting the videos up. So we got 3 columns. Alright, this column represents what's going on in your personal world. Again, this is for my goddesses of Earth. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, feminine energies. Alright, or Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn women. This is what's going on in your private world. Alright, your private life. Your personal life. This could be something that you're discussing with people, or this could just be what's going on with you internally. Then we have the middle row, which represents your career, money, and finance. Then we have this third row over here, which represents your love life, your family life, and your social life. Now we have 3 rows. The top row represents the current situation in each of those areas. The middle row represents the challenge you may face in those areas. And the bottom row represents a possible solution to those challenges. Let's get it popping. The first card we're talking about here, this row here, is all about your private life, your private matters, what's going on with you personally. So the card that we have as far as the current situation from my goddesses of Earth is separation. So we have the Aquarius energy here, the symbol for Aquarius, and then the symbol for Uranus, which rules Aquarius. And then we got the, what is that, Libra? Yeah, that's the Libra symbol. Okay. And then we got the Venus symbol down below. So this is like an energy of somebody being free, letting some shit go, feeling real free. But the challenge is feeling embarrassed. Now, what you embarrassed about? Okay, what you done did? And so in order for you to resolve the embarrassment or to not feel embarrassed is to tap into the second house energy. All right, so let's see what this is about. Let's take a look at this card here. Separation on page 90. Now bear with me while I read this. I do have multiple degrees. However, so if I stumble over the words, it's not because I'm illiterate. Far from it. It's just that these words are so small that it's difficult to make it out. And I got my glasses on, so shut up. Alright? Now. So this is the card here. This is the current situation in your private life, in your private emotions, your private feelings. This card talks about separation. So it's the Libra Aquarius energy, Venus Uranus energy. Alright? So it says liberation, divorce, escaping a relationship, taking leave, being unattached, inability to form a relationship. Ooh, who they talking to? Somebody is a commitment phobe. I feel it. Somebody's like me. You're a commitment phobe. It's crazy, right? All right. So this says you don't want to accept that two parallel stretches of track have been cut by new plans. That your paths take separate. Wait. Hold on. I told you this is crazy. I can't read this. Hold on. So it says you don't want to accept that two parallel stretches of track have been cut by new plans, that your paths take separate course. You do everything in your power to force the trains to keep moving together. Just as water and oil can only be temporarily mixed by a lot of stirring, you try to stir yourself so that you can remain together. You should just let things run its course. Okay, so what this is basically saying, and I'm sorry about stuttering over the words, but basically what this is saying is that you basically are you're detaching from something, okay, an idea, a person, a place, or thing. You're detaching from it because it doesn't mix with you. All right, you're the water and it's the oil. And if you ever tried to mix water and oil, you know what time it is. As soon as you stop stirring, they're going to separate because it's not, you guys are not evenly yoked. You're two different elements that don't go together. They automatically separate. They're automatically individual entities. So in that case, this is never going to be a part of you and you're never going to be a part of it. So as a result, you've liberated yourself from it. You freed yourself from it. But so again, it's a person, place, idea. So a person, it could be a relationship. It could be a family member that you've like, okay, you know what, I'm done trying to work this out with you. It could be a lover. You know what, I'm done trying to work this out with you. It could be a friend. I'm done trying to work this out with you. It could be, the place could be a work environment where colleagues or a boss, done trying to work this out with you. It could be an idea. Maybe you're trying to live by other people's expectations. Done trying to do that, okay? And so it could be a methodology. You trying to try something to see if it works for you, and it just don't. You keep trying and trying and trying, and it just don't work. So you're not going to do it, right? It could be you trying to take on religion or trying to accept religion, you know, a particular religion when you are truly a spiritual being. Religion and spirituality do not mix. You know, you have to be one or the other. In order for you to truly fly free, you have to let go of religion 100%, right? Because a religion is around to control you and to tell you how to act and tell you how to respond and how to move and how to do. It's a form of control. And for you to be totally free, you cannot be a religious person. You cannot keep holding on to, for example, you know, the Torah, the Quran, the Bible, you know, yet want to be a spiritual individual. You have to let go. Now, the only reason you may want to look at those books is because you may look at examples of, you know, situations that people have gone through represented in those books. But if you're holding on to that while you're trying to, for example, be a tarot card reader, but yet you're still trying to be Christian, you know, and you still going to church and things like that, you're only going to go so far in your spiritual journey. You're going to be stuck. You're going to have to decide, you know, to stop serving these, you know, deities or whomever you're serving and, you know, connect with the higher source, which is your higher self, right? So for some of you, that could be it, all right? But you're detaching from something. And the thing is you're embarrassed about it because you're worried about what other people think, okay? So what you're going to have to do is tap into this second house energy and understand your value, understand your worth, do what's important to you, trust your gut, trust yourself, trust that you know what's best for you, and do what's best for you. Now let's take a look at this energy here. Let's get clarity on that. What are you detaching from? Tell me more about this detachment for the goddesses of Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn for the month of June. What are they detaching from? Jeez. All right. What are they detaching from? All right. Okay, whatever it is, you're freeing yourself from it. It had you locked down. All right, that's one too many. I want to go. I want to go through that. I want to go with that. So I'm gonna leave it since more than one came out. So yeah, this is you detaching from something that was holding you down, something that was keeping you imprisoned, keeping you chained to whatever it was. Okay, and the thing is that you want to do this, but you're embarrassed. You're self-conscious about it. You're kind of awkward. You may feel like you're exposed, or you're exposing yourself to ridicule, to being, talked about, to being misunderstood and treated, unfairly or unjust because of your ideas and your beliefs, or you wanting to separate. Clarify that embarrassed energy for my goddesses of Earth. We have that clarified with active online green. All right, let's see what that's all about. I got the book right here. Active online green. It's under colors. All right, so active online green talks about present, involved, available. All right, so the challenge is you being embarrassed because of the fact that you have to actually live it. You have to be present in the moment. You have to breathe it in, right? And so that means you, regardless to what other people say, accepting who you are and doing what's best for you. And so, as like I said, the resolution would be you trusting yourself. The second house energy is all about self-worth, self-value, self-esteem, okay? So this is all about not allowing other people to determine your self-worth or self-value based on the path that you want to walk. All right, so for some of you, you may not want to be in a relationship because this talks about having, not wanting a relationship, not wanting to be in a relationship. So some of us have commitment issues. We don't want to be attached because we feel as if, we'll be attached. We got to answer to somebody. This reminds me of that song by Erykah Badu on her first album. The song goes, "Who told you that it was all right to love me? Certainly, certainly not me." And then she talks about, "I was not looking for no love affair. And now you wanna mold me. I was not looking for no love affair." And then she talks about, in the song she also talks about, what does she say? "I don't need nobody rolling over, looking after me." And she also talks about she don't need nobody. Oh, who told you that it was all right to? Oh my God, you know the song, but it's basically her saying, "Look, I wasn't looking for a love affair. I wasn't asking for no relationship. You the one fell in love. Now you trying to control me. You trying to mold me. I don't need nobody." What she say? The line goes, "I don't need no nigga telling me the time. Like I don't need to be waking up and somebody telling me, okay, where you going, who you gonna be with, what you doing today. Like I don't need to report to nobody. I don't want that. I want freedom." So that's if it was a relationship. If this is, a family member or a friend, or whomever, or a job, trying to confine you, maybe somebody wants to offer you a promotion and it's more and more money. However, there's a lot that come with that. You got to be on call 24/7 or some shit like that, a major position, where if something go down, you get called. And if it go down at 3 a.m, you got to be available. Some of you don't want that commitment. It's like, yeah, the money's dope and yeah, the prestige of the position is good and everything, but how much is it really going to cost me? You know what I'm saying? For those of you who, maybe you're on a spiritual mission here, you don't want to be confined by religion telling you, oh, you got to go to church on this particular day, or you got to wear certain this. You got to do something that. It's like you feel confined. It's like, why can't I decide what's best for me? Why can't I, I have the wherewithal, the intelligence to decide what I should wear and what I shouldn't wear, or when I should pray and when I shouldn't pray. I don't have to go to a particular building to pray. I can pray wherever I'm at. If I'm in the shower, I can pray right there. Wherever I'm at, my prayers are heard, type of thing. You don't want to be confined by rules and regulations of religion. This is why you want spirituality, which gives you spiritual freedom. So for some of you, you're embarrassed no matter what you're choosing here, or it could be an idea, a methodology. It's like, okay, if I, what's an idea of methodology? Whatever society is telling you should be doing. Okay, yeah, so you should get a weave, and if you get a weave, you gotta get baby hair. Yo, I'm so sick of seeing baby hair, y'all. No disrespect to those who wear weaves and wear baby hair, but I'm just sick of everybody looking the same. And so that could be something that is, you're like, yo, I want freedom from that. I'm not wearing no weave and no baby hair. I'm gonna wear braids, or I'm gonna shave my head. I'm gonna cut my hair off. I'm gonna do something other than wearing weave and baby hair. You know what I'm saying? And getting my waist cinched and getting a BBL. I'm not doing all that. I'm not trying to look like everybody else. I'm going against the norm. So for some of you, you may be feeling like you might be ridiculed for that. You might be feeling like people would judge you for that. Or people do judge you and they try to, look at you like something wrong with you. You're like, nah, ain't shit wrong with me. Okay, with the second house energy, I know my value. I know my self-worth. I know what I want and what I don't want. And I'm not afraid to walk that path. Period. Period. Like I said, fuck them. We the gulliest. It's us against y'all. All right, you do what you do. The hell with that. Let's get clarity here on this self-esteem and self-respect and knowing your value. Fuck everybody else. They don't tell you your value. Yeah, we got that clarified with the 8 of Wands. Exactly. This is Sagittarius energy. All right? This is all about you knowing what's up. You know what's up with you. All right? You taking things to the next level, right? Spiritually as well. So for a lot of you, it is spiritually. It's leaving the confines of the religions you were attached to or the ideologies you were raised under. No, you can't do that. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to grow up and get married and have 2.5 kids and live in a house. And, yo, I don't want none of that. I don't want that, though. Well, something must be wrong with you. You don't got no man, why? You ain't got no kids, why? You this is such years old and you ain't got no husband, you ain't got no kids, something must be wrong with you. Like, that type of dumb shit. Don't let people dictate to you what you're supposed to be doing and what you ain't supposed to be doing. You do what the hell you want. This is your life, alright? This is your contract. Let them know that. Clarify this prison energy. Clarify this prison energy. Yeah, we got the 2 of Swords, exactly. You trying to, appeal to other people and try to take their feelings into consideration and taking yours into consideration. This is Moon in Libra. Moon is all about the emotions. Libra's all about trying to relate to everybody, making sure that, you're not stepping on anybody's toes by being you and being free, man. Blah. Just want to, blah. The little vomit icon? That's what I'm feeling with that. Straight like that. All right, let's get some clarity on this active online green. This is you, being embarrassed to do what it is that you want to do because people got something to say about it. Yeah, with the King of Swords in reverse. That's Aquarius energy. All right, Aquarius is all about forward movement, being a star, being the individual you are, your own unique individual self. That's what Aquarius energy is about. All right, and with the King of Swords energy in reverse, this is your friends, your peers, because Aquarius rules the 11th house of your peers, your social life and things like that. So you may have people around you who don't rock with you. You just might need to find your own tribe, or just rock by yourself for a minute until you find people who gonna respect you for who you are. You ain't gotta deal with these people. You walk around people, right, and they call you certain little names. Because your beliefs, and how snake ass, funny ass compliments or side comments. People calling you, okay, so say you wear turbans, you know what I'm saying, and you decide, okay, you want to keep your head covered. That's your spiritual belief. Now people calling, yo, what up, Erica Badu? Like, yo, why is you being ignorant calling me Erica Badu because I wrap my head? You know what I'm saying? And if they keep disrespecting you like that, cut their ass off. because they being disrespectful. All right, make them respect you or cut them off. Period. Period. Ain't no second guessing. Ain't no, and you ain't even gotta argue with them about it. You know where their mentality is at just by how they speak to you and how they talk to you on that slick shit. Don't play that shit. Or just, deal with them for what you need to deal with them for, and don't put no more energy, effort into them. Yeah, here's the tower energy. You're gonna get tired of that shit. You're gonna get tired of it. And you're gonna explode. Either you're gonna implode because you're not speaking up and doing what you want to do, or you're going to explode on them. And you don't need to do either. What you need to do is separate yourself from them, because they don't need to rile up emotion in you like that. Don't let them control you. All right? So we got that clarified, yeah, with the Six of Wands energy in reverse. Facts. Don't let them control you. Okay? Do not. They're going to look at you like you're the odd man out. Like something wrong with you. Ain't shit wrong with you. You living your life, and a lot of people fear what they can't conquer, and they hate what they don't understand. And because they can't control you and talk shit to you and get you to stop doing what you're doing, they mad because they can't control you. And then on top of that, now they want to act suspect to you because you stand your ground. So, they got animosity towards you, because a lot of times people want to do what they really want to do, but they conform to society. So they weak and they're cowards. And so they mad because you're not, so they hate you for that, but secretly they love you for it. All right? You got the ones that respect you for it. It may not be for them, but they respect that you walk in your path. Then you got the ones that hate you because they too weak to do it themselves. That's all that is. Now let's move on to your career, money, and finance. What's up with this? All right? This is the battle energy. Let me tell you what this is. This is Aries energy and the planet Mars. That's the symbol for Mars. Then we got Leo energy and the Sun energy. So come on, what's up with the Leo and the Leo and the Aries going at each other? Like, that's a crazy ass battle. Okay? The challenge is feeling encouraged. This is for your career, money, and finance, okay? And again, this is for my ladies, goddesses of Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, for the month of June. Now, in order for you to resolve this energy of not feeling encouraged or a lack of courage, is to tap into your third house energy. Okay? So let's get some clarity on this and see what's up. So let's talk about this Mars and Aries energy first of all. This is in reference to your career, your money, and your finance. What are you battling? This is about a self-battle. Okay? So what are you battling yourself about here? What page was that? 47. All right. So, when it comes to career, money, and finance, the current situation here for you, it says power struggle, victory of Pyrrhus. I gotta look that up. What is Pyrrhus? That's Pyrrhus. Okay, the victory of Pyrrhus. Now, this talks about self-annihilation, an ongoing battle, shadow boxing. Now, this says, shadow boxing is boxing with yourself. So this is an internal battle you're going through when it comes to your career, money, and finance. What it says is you have become tangled up in emotions. You believe you have identified the enemy in the world outside. And now, despairing seeks victory while failing to realize you are fighting yourself. You are your own worst enemy in this situation. The more you vehemently try to win, the more energy you waste. Ultimately, it leads to self-annihilation. So, there's some type of battle going on with you in money, in your career and finance. You're battling yourself. So, I don't know if there's some type of ideology or belief that you're tapping into that is really false and is hurting you. But the challenge is it's keeping you from being encouraged. So, it's self-doubt is what I'm feeling here. Right? And so in order for you to resolve this, you need to tap into third house energy, which means changing your perspective on things. Because you see perception is here. So changing your perception on how you see things and how you're looking at it. Change your viewpoint. Let's get some clarity on this self-battle here in reference to career. So for some of you, maybe you're having some apprehension about what you can do career-wise, what you can't do versus what you can't do. And it's self-sabotage, it's self-doubt. okay? Because you're your own worst enemy. So whatever you're thinking that's stopping you, it's not real, okay? It's demon energy trying to stop you from shining, right? So you need to check your temperature, boo. All right, this is what the doctor energy is about. Check your temperature. For some of you, it could be that you're overworking, okay? You need to check your health, take some time off, all right? The challenge is maybe being encouraged because this is taking the training wheels off. If you look at this picture, she's taking the training wheels off. She's taking things to the next level. So for some of you, you're battling yourself about taking things to the next level. You could be questioning if you're really ready. Am I ready? Am I prepared? You see, the doctor is feeling her wrist, taking her temperature to assess what her problem is. So some of you need to do some self-assessment. Why are you doubting yourself? Why are you fighting yourself about this? What is it that you're not encouraged about? All right, let's get clarity on that. Oops, that's one too many. Oh shit, thank you, Sunkiss. Dropping science in the comments. All right, about Pyrus. Check that out. So the challenge is sure. Let's see what sure means. So this is in reference to you feeling encouraged. Did I stop? All right, sure. So this is your environment. So there's something about your environment that is keeping you discouraged from reaching your goals and accomplishing what it is that you need to accomplish. Let's see what's going on with your environment. So the sure energy talks about between, within, partly. Okay, so there's a part of you that is confident, but then there's another part of you that isn't. So you need to find out what that part is that is holding you back. What is that? So Aries and Leo energy. So Leo has to do with, it could be your creativity. Maybe you don't feel that you have the creative ability. Aries could be maybe you don't have the tenacity, because Aries is a warrior. It's all about fighting to the end, to the death. All right. So maybe you're not willing to go all the way you need to go. Maybe you're not willing to put in that work. Okay. So you know these energies are very determined energies. Leo is a fixed energy. All right. Leo is the sun. It's about knowing and being confident in yourself, because that's the sun energy. It's about the ego. So first of all, you need to feel confident in yourself that you can do what it is that you need to do and that you have the creative energy to do it. And then you got to tap into that Aries energy and you got to fight for it. Bingo. Why you not doing that? Huh? Why you not doing that? Because that's what's stopping you from being 100% encouraged and having belief in yourself. So what you're going to need to do is change your mindset with the perception energy, the third house energy. Change your ideology. You could need to change your environment and your surroundings. Some of you may need to move or stop hanging out with who you're hanging out with. Whatever you're doing, whatever's in your environment, something in your environment. So I don't know if it's what you watch, because you know the third house is about communication. So I don't know if it's what you watch on TV, okay, or what you listen to. You see the boom speaker. Stop listening to that music on the radio, yo. I've been stopped listening to the radio. Stop listening to the radio. That shit is brainwashing. Stop watching a whole lot of TV. You know, I got my ratchet TV shows that I like to watch every once in a while, but I don't indulge in them too much. I can't tell you the last time I watched television. So you got to watch what you're taking in as far as communication, what you're hearing, what kind of music you're listening to, the types of people you talk to and the types of conversations you have, participating in bullshit as, you know, conversations that don't got no meaning. It's just trivial bullshit, talking about what somebody wearing, talking about baby hair and weaves and shit. Like, yo, you got to expand your horizons. You got to expand your horizons. Yeah, see, we got the Queen of Swords here. You got to cut out all that bullshit and start looking at, you know, what makes sense. And start learning the politic in a manner that is going to be advantageous to you. All right, this is all air energy. This is all about your thoughts. It's all about how you see things. It's all about your perception. All right, let's get clarity on this, and then we'll move on to the next section. Clarify this doctor energy. Yeah, the Two of Wands. So this is all about you battling yourself. The current situation in reference to career, money, and finance is you, knowing that you have the will to do this and then going ahead and doing it, right? Because that's all you need. You already got it within you. So it's like, what's holding you back? Is it a matter of just trying to figure out which direction to go with the Two of Wands? All right, so maybe that's what that is, because it could be, maybe you're deciding, okay, maybe I go the creative route, with the Leo energy, which is all about yourself, or maybe you're looking at it from the Aries perspective, where it's just like, you know what, I gotta fight regardless. I don't know. It could be one or the other, but it could be something else too. But there's a Two of Wands here. It's like you have the opportunity. It's just a matter of which way do you want to go. You got options, boo. You got options here. So for some of you, like I said, it's about relocating as well. I get an energy because it says environment here. Some of you need to change your environment. And the third house talks about your environment too, your local environment, your local surroundings. So some of you may need to change that. Some of you might need to move, relocate, go to an environment where there's better opportunities for you, okay? Or just change the people and the places and the things that you participate in. Again, the music you listen to, the types of things you watch on television or on YouTube or on online, whatever you communicate, whatever you watch it. If you got a whole feed full of tabloid tabloid tarot readers, where they just gossip and tell you, oh well, the divine feminine's doing this and the karmic is doing, like, that's tabloid tarot. That's lower level vibrational tarot. You don't need to be watching that. It's time to elevate. Now, if you ain't ready, you ain't ready. If heads ain't ready, heads ain't ready. But if you ready, you got to start doing things that elevate you. You got to stop participating. Here go the devil energy right here. This is what I'm talking about. Stop participating in that bullshit. We got that clarified, with the Eight of Cups. Walk away from that. Walk away from that toxic. All of it is toxic. Walk away from it. Tap into the third house. Some of you might need to move. I don't know who you live with or who you live around. Or maybe you just in an environment that don't inspire you. Okay, that could be it as well. But there's some motivating factors here. There's some things that you can do to change your perspective. All right, clarify this Queen of okay, so we got the Two of Swords and the Six of Cups. Yeah, so for some of you, this is all about letting go of a past with the Six of Cups. Okay, so maybe some of you are still living in your hometown where you grew up. Time to move. That's what that's telling me with that Six of Cups and the third house. Some of you are still in the town that you grew up in, the town you were born and raised in. It's time for you to leave. You've outgrown that town. You've outgrown that shit. All right? And some of you, if you know what I'm talking about and you feeling that vibe and that energy, it's time. But some of you could just be in an environment that you've been in for a long time, and what's stifling you is that you're just at the wrong address or you're in the wrong city. What is that type of astrology called when you do it's basically location astrology, but it's a specific name for it. I haven't gotten into that yet, but I do have some understanding about, placements and things like that, where you could figure out, okay, so for example, if you are somebody who, your chart is ruled by Pluto, right? So say you're a Scorpio ascendant. Your chart is ruled by Pluto, is ruled by Mars. So you may do well in Pluto cities. You may do well in Mars cities. If you're looking at it, okay, what's in your 10th house? Well, my 10th house, I got Saturn there. And maybe you move to a place that is the opposite of Saturn. So maybe you move to a Jupiter spot. A place ruled by Jupiter. And how will you know if a place is ruled by what? You're going to look at the original date that this city or state was established. So if, for example, you live in a city that was established in October, whatever, October 29th, 1963, you know that is Scorpio season. So you know that's ruled by Pluto and ruled by Mars, right? So, use a little bit of relocation astrology. So if you're trying to get your career off the ground, look at what's in your 10th house, and then look at the cities that you're trying to go to, and look at when those cities have been established, or look for cities that are established under that type of energy, and you may be successful in those cities. All right? All right, so Moving on to your love life, your family life, and your social life. So we have the marionette card here. So we got Scorpio energy, Scorpio symbol, and then Pluto symbol. So Scorpio and, what is this? Taurus. Okay, opposite polarities. The North Node and the South Node. So Taurus energy, and then the symbol for Venus. That's the current situation in your social life, love life, family life. The challenge is being compassionate. And in order for you to accomplish that compassionate challenge, you're going to have to tap into the Sagittarius energy, the Voyager energy. Again, I feel a strong, heavy energy of some of y'all needing to move. All right? Because I feel like over here, you're being stifled because you're going through an ascension process. You've outgrown all of the people, places, things, and ideologies in the current environment that you're in. Here, it's fucking with your money because of the fact that it's time for you to expand and take things to the next level. Over here, with the Sagittarius energy here again, I feel a strong energy of you needing to take things to the next level. Because the Eight of Swords is here over here as well. That Eight of Wands, I'm sorry. That's taking things to the next level. That's Sagittarius energy, right? So, let's see what this energy is about. This marionette energy. What page is this? 68. This don't make no sense, these fucking small ass letters. Excuse my language. But this is ridiculous. This will make somebody want to curse. Alright, now, in reference to your love life, family life, and social life, the marionette energy is the current situation. This energy is ruled by Scorpio, Taurus, the Scorpio-Taurus axis, which is Venus-Pluto. Venus is all about what you value, what's important to you, trust, loyalty. It's all about your dollars as well. And Pluto's the other planet that's about your dollars. Pluto's about death, rebirth, transformation. So, it says the Barbie doll syndrome, remote control, sensuality, the perfect appearance, being possessed by the material form, eating disorders. Now this says, you hang by invisible threads. You don't realize you're trying to conform to an image. Expressed metaphorically, you want to become a larva. The god of the underworld seduces you so perfectly that you are unable to distinguish between image and reality. It's like a virus and such a long incubation period that you don't remember where or when you were infected. This is what I was talking about, doing everything everybody else do, getting caught up in the matrix. That baby hair syndrome. Doing, that puppet energy. This is like you being controlled by mainstream media or mainstream popularity or whatever is going on in mainstream. You being controlled by that. Over here, you're trying to get free from that. Okay? So I feel like the whole theme of your reading is just going with what it is that you're supposed to be doing and not worrying about what other people have to say or what mainstream is doing. And some of you are in mainstream and you're trying to detach from that. And you have some, apprehension about that because you're just wondering, okay, what's going to happen? How are people going to treat me? How are they going to receive you? You ain't got to worry about that if you move someplace else. Don't nobody know you. You can reinvent yourself there. Okay? Now, the challenge is compassion, being compassionate. Okay? And then the Sagittarius energy. So let's get some clarity on this before I talk on these. Where's my cards? Here we are. Talk to me about this marionette energy. Alright, so the marionette energy is clarified by hope in reverse. So some of you have, you got so caught up in the matrix that you lost hope in, some of you, this is what, like I said, this is where you want to be. You want to be free of all of that. But some of you are so caught up that you've lost hope. This is the hope card. It came out in reverse. Some of you have lost hope in what it is that you truly believe and what you truly want because you're so immersed in this energy, you may not understand how to come up out of it. Clarify this compassionate energy because this talks about being empathetic, caring, sympathetic. That's one too many. one too many. Alright, so the alpaca energy came out. So let's clarify this alpaca energy and see what this is breaking it down to and what this is telling us in reference to being more compassionate. Animal energy. So the alpaca represents gentle, soft, and easy. So for some of you, you're frustrated. And so as a result of you being frustrated, it's hard for you to be compassionate. It's hard for you to be gentle. It's hard for you to be sympathetic, empathetic, and caring. It's like actually you getting caught up in doing things that you don't want to do, it steals your compassion. It steals the empathetic, caring part of you. So that part of you is lost because you're conforming to something that is not natural for you. So what you're going to do is you're going to have to tap into that Sagittarius energy and learn from your experiences and turn that into wisdom, because that's what Sagittarius does. Also, what you're going to have to accept is with Sagittarius energy, we're talking about your religious beliefs or your spiritual beliefs. If you are not religious or spiritual, then we're talking about your philosophy on life, the way you see things. Again, we're talking about your perception. Gemini is the opposite polarity of Sagittarius. Gemini is you experiencing different lifestyles, different perceptions, different ideologies, different views, live in different places. And then the Sagittarius energy says, okay, yeah, you've lived that life. You've lived that mainstream life. You know, you've done everything as far as what everybody else is doing. You've lived that. You followed whatever mainstream was. You know, you wore the weaves with the baby hair. You've done, you know, you got the BBL. You got your, you got your surgery. So you got your big breasts and your big butt. You did like everybody else does. But what that did was that took away from something in you. Okay? That took away from your compassion. It took away from your compassion. It took away your compassion. You're no longer compassionate. You're no longer empathetic. You're no longer caring. You're no longer loving because you're so on a mission to do what everybody else is doing that you're being controlled now and you don't even realize it. You fell so far down that rabbit hole. That's for some of you. All right? And so what the universe is telling you is you got to come up out of that. You got to travel away from that. You have to have optimism. All right? You have to have faith. You have to believe. Okay? That, you can do what it is that you truly want to do. You don't have to follow those norms that don't fit you because it's not the norm for you. Sagittarius also talks about, you living the lifestyle that's best for you after the things you've experienced. And so now that's what some of you are doing. We have that clarified with the Queen of Pentacles, being secure and comfortable in who you are. That's what the Queen of Pentacles is. She's loving, she's compassionate, she's caring, but she's also secure and comfortable with who she is. She doesn't follow trends. The Queen of Pentacles don't follow trends. She don't. Sometimes the Capricorn energy could be like very bland and very boring, but in some regards. But it can also be very just trendy, not trendy, but very classic. So some Capricorn women, you can look at them, you could tell they got money, some of them, but some of them you can't. Because they don't follow what everybody else is doing. So a Capricorn woman, they come in so many different, that's the beautiful thing about the Capricorn energy. The Queen of Pentacles comes in so many shapes and forms. She could be a plus size woman who, she may like to wear her sneakers and her leggings. Or she could be a Mary J. Blige type. Okay, here's a good example. You got 3 Capricorn women. You got Sade, right? The singer Sade, her style. You got Aaliyah, rest in peace, that's my girl. You got her style. You got Mary J. Blige. She got her, you know what I'm saying? These are 3 individual different types of styles of Capricorn women. Okay? So, the Capricorn woman, whoever she is, she's comfortable. And each of these women, they are comfortable in their element and who they are. And they rock their flavor. Okay? Aaliyah had a dope style. Okay? Mary J. Blige, you already know. Sade is the classic. That's that classic Capricorn style. She had the hair slicked back, the red lipstick, the elegant type of, the classic trendy, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to explain to you with the Capricorn energy, the Capricorn woman. You know, she comes in so many forms, but whatever form she's in, she's comfortable in her own skin. She's experienced other lifestyles and done other things and tried other trends. Those things don't fit for her. So she does what's best for her. So for some of you, that's what you're going to need to do. All right? You're going to have to say the hell with what everybody else is doing. That don't work for me. Clarify this hope energy in reverse. Hope energy reverse is clarified with the King of Swords energy in reverse. Yeah, so this is all about, you know, you not accepting your uniqueness, your individuality, the Aquarius energy. This is King of Swords in reverse. When it's in reverse, this is you not being unique. Aquarius is a unique individual. Aquarius is a spontaneous, unique renegade, a rebel. They're going to do what they want to do. Like, think about Bobby Brown, the ultimate rebel. He did what the hell he wanted to do. All right, he was still in a group, but yet he stood out as an individual. Okay, like that's that type of energy. And so for some of you, you know, you are still going to be accepted amongst your peers, whether you realize it or not. Bobby Brown didn't give a damn about being accepted by New Edition. You know what I'm saying? He rocked with them, but he also did his own solo thing as well. So he did both. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't matter what nobody else had to say. He did him. So, but for some of you, you know, this energy is taking the compassion from you. It's putting you in a position where you're losing your connection to yourself. Clarify this alpaca energy. So yeah, we got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and the King of Pentacles. So yeah, for some of you, the King of Pentacles, King energy is all about taking action. Okay. Because we got the Queen of Pentacles here. Now we got the King. So this is how you feel. Your Queen of Pentacles is how you feel inside. The King of Pentacles is you taking action to feel that way, right? And not being loyal to things that don't serve you. This is like superficiality with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, right? Superficiality. You know, everything is all about looks and it's all about money. That type of thing with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. That's what this energy is. So I feel like what some of you are doing with this King of Pentacles energy is you're standing your ground in reference to that and you're deciding, yo, that's not for me. I'm not about that life. I'm taking a more spiritual route with the Sagittarius energy and I'm going to do what's comfortable for me, not what everybody else is doing. So this is all about separating yourself from the pack, boo. This is what your reading is about. Let's get some clarity on this one. Yeah, some Capricorn women are like hippies. You know who's another one? What's her name? Kelly Clarkson. She got the daytime show. She was on America Got Talent. Wasn't that it? When she first came out, Kelly Clarkson. You see how she dressed? Very what's the word? Like hobo chic type, but it's also like I can't even describe it. But I was like, yo, look at her the way she dresses. She always wears these long skirts with the belt in the middle. It's very her. You know what I'm saying? But it's like no matter what she rock, that's her style. And I was like, I want to know what her sun sign is, because that's how you express yourself through the way you dress. Is she a Capricorn? Excuse me. So you know you got that type of look. I'm weird, right? One arm I got the Capricorn moon, right? And then the other arm I got the Scorpio energy. So I go back and forth between two as well. You understand? I remember back when I'm about to get another car now, but back I had a BMW. Like I would have my BMW and people would look at me weird because I would get out of my BMW and I have on some sneakers and some, you know, some bullshit jeans. You know, like so I would go to Target and I would get some jeans. If I could find some jeans in Target, I would get some jeans in Target. But yet I'm driving around in my Beamer. Like I spent money on what I wanted to, but I didn't see, you know, I'm not going out here buying $70, $80, $90 jeans for what? When I can go to Target or Old Navy and get them for $20 and they still look good. Like, you know, things like that. And people would look at me like I was crazy because I wasn't dressed up like somebody that you would expect to be in a Beamer. You know what I mean? So if you met me inside a building and you didn't see me in my car, you know, I might have on some jeans and a t-shirt or what have you, and I may not look like I drive a Beamer. But then, you know, and so people will try to treat you based on how you look. But then when they see me hop in my Beamer, then it's like, you know, it's weird to them. For some people, it's like that. But for other people, you know, They gotta have an open mind. Sagittarius is an open mind, and being comfortable in your own skin. So we're clarifying that. We got the queen of this is the clubs. So the queen of wands, like I said, being confident and comfortable in who you are and not giving a flying. There we go. So that's what we got. So let's get some divine timing cards. I like your reading. So divine timing, January. Could have been last January, could be this coming January. Something happened Memorial Day weekend for some of you. Maybe some of these situations might resonate in reference to Memorial Day weekend. And then we have November. Could be this November, last November, one or the other. All right, but that's divine timing. Let's talk about your money, honey. All right, so let's see. Besides the regular income that you have coming in, if you got some extra money coming in, let's see where it's coming from. Besides the money that you spend every month for expenditures, what else are you going to be spending money on? So you're either going to be spending money, getting money, or it could be a combination of both. As soon as they come in and go right back out. Let's see. So, okay, the gods of earth got this too. Okay, late mortgage payment, late rent. So make sure you do what you need to do to get that rent paid or that mortgage paid. So some of you could be working overtime or trying to figure out what you're going to do to get that done. Or make sure that you don't put yourself in that position. Some of you might want to go splurge and you're like, oh, if I do that, I'll be a month behind in rent, but I don't give a shit, I'm going to go do it anyway type of thing. Just be careful, okay? Some of you are going to be spending money on barbecue or cookout, whatever you do, okay? Some people barbecue, some people cookout. Whatever you do, boo, all right? But you might be going to one or you might be throwing one or shit, you just might be thinking about one, okay? But this is about what you might be spending money on, okay? And then we have tuition. So I don't know if it's your children's tuition or if it's your tuition. Some of you could be considering going back to school. This could be what this energy is about here. So some of you could be like, yo, I do want to go back to school. I want to go back to school to do A, B, and C. And so, you could be coming up with that tuition money to do that. And maybe that might be why you're late on your rent or your mortgage. Because it's like, yo, I got to get back in school. I got to do this. Right? Some of you might be late or rent your mortgage because you planning on moving. So you might dip out and not pay the last month's rent at one place because you on your way going someplace else. I don't know. But I do see moving in the energy too. All right? So let's talk about love. So for some of you, when I talk about love, it don't gotta be a relationship. This could be like anything, okay? A one night stand, a situationship. This could be you married, you married and you've been married 50 years and y'all got like 3 great grands. It could be any type of scenario or situation. If you're not in a relationship, okay, why the sirens going off already? I didn't even get the cards out. Hello? Hello? Alrighty. Let's see what's going on. Alright. So some of you need to try something you never tried before. Now, if you're in a relationship, that means it's time to spice it up, do a little something different. Alright, serve it up on them. You know what I'm saying? Get a wig, get an outfit. You know what I'm saying? He come home or he come over, you a totally different individual. He don't even like, oh, is that you? Do something different. It don't have to be that, but do a little something different. Spice it up, right? If you're in a relationship or you connecting with your person, this is a great time for you to do that. So for some of you, if you're not in a relationship, this is just all about, whatever it is that you really love. Try something you really love. Do something that you're really passionate about. Something that really, something you're really feeling. What is it that you've always wanted to do? Maybe try that, right? Do something different. Now, for some of you in a relationship, you got some warnings and red flags, okay? I don't know if this is somebody coming back from the past, but if it is, I ain't even gonna get into that. I ain't got time for y'all today with the people from the past. You already know it's Mercury retrograde. You already know Pluto's in retrograde and Saturn about to go in retrograde. Now, Pluto and Saturn deal with past life karmic energies, and they in the houses right next to each other. Capricorn holds Pluto, and right next to Capricorn is Aquarius, and that's where Saturn is. So we are being tested. If it's people from the past, woo woo woo, take a hint. Now, for some of you, you might be meeting someone new, and so the old energies that you saw that you were dealing with another person may show up in a new person. So you're gonna see red flags. I'm gonna need you to pay attention. You are going to be tested. Don't get mad at me. I don't adjust the planetary alignments. I just tell you how to see them so that you don't get caught off guard, alright? It's the season. All the planets are going in retrograde. It's about reflecting, not moving forward with new relationships or anything like that, or new projects or anything like that. It's going to be too many planets in retrograde. Pluto's in retrograde right now. Mercury's just coming out, but Mercury's going to go in retrograde again in the summer and again in the fall. We ain't even talking about Mercury right now. This month alone, we got Saturn going in retrograde. We got Neptune going in retrograde. Next month, we got Jupiter going in retrograde and Chiron going in retrograde. And then in August, Uranus is going in retrograde. All of these planets is going to be in retrograde throughout the whole summer. That's 5 I just named. So y'all already know. If you follow the channel, stick around. I'll let you know how it's going to affect you in what area of life. So make sure you subscribe. All right, I'm going to do the Saturn ones after I finish this series. All right, Saturn in retrograde in Aquarius. So there's a regret energy here for a relationship as well. So it says someone feels remorse for the way they treated you. What I tell you about this person coming back? Mercury retrograde is all about closure. Now, Mercury retrograde ends June 2nd. However, always remember, when a planet comes out of retrograde, we got what? We got roughly 2 weeks of that retrograde energy that can still manifest. Okay, the energies that come with a Mercury retrograde. So it's not going to be over till the middle of June. Don't let people tell you, oh, it's June 2nd. Oh, okay, Mercury retrograde's over. I can talk to him now, right? I can talk to him right now, right? He called me. I could call him back, right? Mercury retrograde's over, right? All right, don't play yourself. Play hard. Some of y'all got somebody coming back to you and they playing hard to get your ass. Why? Because they want you back in that comfortable energy that they had you in where you was not happy and they were. Alright? Some of you need to go, this is a card that just turned over when I put the deck down. Retreat, spend time in nature. Some of you need to recharge yourselves. You just came out of karmic energies, karmic relationships. Right? You just freed yourself. Alright? Free your mind and the rest will follow. Yeah, so some of y'all just came out of freeing yourselves. So what you need to do is retreat and rejuvenate your soul and your spirit. Alright? Now, let's get one of these. Okay, round and round. What I tell you, you're going to be tested. A cycle. Pass the test. Please pass the test. All right, Capricorn, you got Pluto in your first house. So this is all about you standing your ground in reference to a karmic situation where there's a power struggle. Pluto's about power struggles. So this is going to be from a past life situation that you had a power struggle in. It was brought back to you in this life. You may have just gotten out of the situation again, and now this person's coming back to you again. Are you going to take them back, or are you going to use this Mercury retrograde energy to bring closure? Raise your hand. All right. So this is what I need you to, we in the lab now. All right. We in review. Okay. I'm dead ass. Because Pluto is a very potent energy. You don't want to play with Pluto because Pluto is all about death and rejuvenation in every aspect. Some of y'all mess around and go back to this person, and the universe may say, okay, with Saturn in retrograde too, both of them being karmic energies, Saturn may say, okay, you keep going back, you didn't learn your lesson, time's up. Because Saturn rules time. Saturn rules the time, it rules physical, the physical body. It's the earth energy. So it could rule your physical time up here in this earth. All right, because you're not listening. You're not following what you're supposed to be following. You don't want to play with Pluto and Saturn in retrograde right next to each other. All right, Saturn is in retrograde in the house of forward movement, which is Aquarius. Aquarius is all about forward movement. It's all about rebelling and being in your own unique individual energy. Are you going to let these people sabotage you again that you got away from? Or are you going to move forward? The cycle is going to continue if you're not careful. Or it could even be worse. You could have somebody who's mad that you got away from them and they catch up with your ass and they do you dirty. Pluto's not a joke, and neither is Saturn. And the thing with Saturn is, y'all, Saturn don't wait. Like, if you fuck up, Saturn is like basically going to teach you, okay, it's time up for this. Like, Saturn is an energy, okay, you graduated from high school, now it's time to go to college. And so when Saturn is in retrograde, you're like, oh, I don't want to go to college. I don't want to leave my high school friends. I want to go back and do one more year. Saturn is immediately going to kick your ass and tell you, no, you cannot do that. There is no going back to high school. You go back to high school, what's going to happen? You're going to be looked at like you're foolish. You're going to be treated stupid. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be ridiculed. Saturn's going to give you instant punishment. Okay? You know, another thing with Saturn retrograde, I always tell this story. Remember back, okay, for example, maybe when you were in college, you used to drink a lot, and you would drink, go to parties, drink all night, and then you would leave the party, go home, take a shower, and then go right to work. Well, you know, maybe it's the reunion now, 10, 20 years later, and you still hanging out with those old friends, and y'all like, okay, for old time's sake, let's get together and drink. You know, and knowing damn well you got a presentation in the morning. You sitting here being stupid thinking you could do what you did 20 years ago. You could party all night, drink all night, and then, you know, go home, take a shower, and then just go straight to work. Watch what happened if you try it now. That's Saturn in retrograde for your ass, letting you know shit you did in the past you can't keep doing. It's time to move on. One more from this deck. So you got Pluto and Saturn right next to each other, going in retrograde. I'm going to need you to listen. And I'm talking to myself too. Yeah, listen, serendipity. You're going to be given the signs that you need to maneuver out of the situation. All you got to do is trust your intuition and listen. All right? Now, let's get you a self-care card, because this energy out here in this world right now is really crazy. We all need to do something to take care of ourselves. So let's get you a self-care card. All right, yours says intentions. Okay, we got two. So intention. So this is the new moon energy we're in right now. New moon in Gemini. So look in the community room. In the community tab, I left you a little information about that, what Gemini is all about, and the new moon's about, and setting intentions and things like that. So some of you may want to do that, right? Because you do got the third house energy here in reference to changing your perception and your ideology and the way you look at certain things in reference to your career, money, and finance. So maybe you want to set an intention to do just that, okay? To change the way you see, you know, yourself in reference to your career, money, and finance. Change your perception, change your lifestyle, change your view. Some of you may want to change your lifestyle, all right? So with intention, it says, what if the only resolution you made was to love yourself more? That could be an intention you set, okay? To love yourself more. The second one that came out is, I'm going to need you to focus. That's what I was saying, we in the lab. I'm going to need you to focus. It says, if you focus on what you don't want, there's a good chance you might get it. Focus on what you do want instead. That might be what you need to change your mindset about. Maybe you're like, damn, I don't want to go over here because I don't want to have this happen. I don't want to have... How about you say, yo, I'm not going over there because what I want to happen is blah, 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 blah. Put that out into the energy. All right? So that's what I got for you, goddesses of Earth. I had a ball doing your reading. This was really interesting. I appreciate you coming and checking it out. And if you stuck through, I appreciate you. Make sure if this resonates with you or someone you know, you click that like button. If the comments are open, leave a comment, because YouTube be closing my comments. I have to constantly go back and forth, and I don't have time as much as I would like. And it's not even right that I should have to do this, to go back and forth and make sure that the comment section is turned on, because they keep turning the shit off. Anyway, I digress. So, if this resonates with you or someone you know, make sure you click that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you'll know when I post. I'm going to take a nap, right? And I'm going to get up around 8, between 7, 8, and 9. And I'm going to do the water people. I'm going to do the gods of water and the goddesses of water. And then that'll be wrapping up the goddess and goddess series for the month of June. And then I'm going to get right into your Saturn retrograde energies. Because Saturn starts retrograde June 2nd. All right? So with that being said, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you'll know when I'm posting. All right? If you need a personal, my information is in the box below the video. Don't forget to check out the community tab with the planetary alignments and what we may be experiencing moving forward. All right? I love you guys. Thank you for checking out the video. Make sure you take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one. Appreciate you, goddesses. I'll check you later.